Hello, grade 7 students. This is day 3 STP Mathematics 2A lessons. Hope all of you have watched my previous videos. By any chance, if you have not watched the previous videos, please pause this video and watch them and follow them. Otherwise, sometimes you can't understand what we are talking here because it is a continuous process. So if you have watched the previous videos, by now you know that what we are going to discuss today. First, we want to discuss few homework sums. After that, we want to discuss about the division of numbers which are written in index form. So first, we will go to the homework sums. So then these are the sums you want to do, right? So then when you have this kind of question, if you can remember, so then everyone, please take your pink color pens and mark the answers, that whatever the homework you did. And here I'll write and do them. So this is very easy if you can remember, right, what we learned yesterday. So if you have the multiplication and if you have the same base value, you can add the indices. So that's all. There is a multiplication. You have the numbers which are written in index form. The base values are equal. Therefore, we just add the indices to get the answer in index form. So now look at that how I'm doing how I'm getting the answers for the homework. I hope all of you can understand what I did over there. So I just wrote the question as it is. So multiplication, then as I have the same base value, I added the indices and I wrote the final answer in index form. Read the question instruction carefully. They have asked us to keep the answer in index form, that you want to write the answer as a single expression in index form. That means you want to write the answer in index form. So then I just added the indices. The first one, it is 3 to the power of 7, and the next one 7 to the power of 8, and then the 9 to the power of 10, 2 to the power of 11, and b to the power of 5. So please mark the answers, pause the video and mark the answers. By any chance, if you have not written all the steps, pause the video and write down and correct your answers. Because now I'm going to erase this and do 6 to 10. Therefore, please pause the video and take your time to correct your answers. Right. Then we will move to the next set of questions. Right. So then question number 6 to 10. So then the same thing we want to do when we are writing the answers. So all of them are with the multiplications, and we just want to look at the base value. If the base values are equal, so we can just add the indices. So here 5 to the power of 4 times 5 to the power of 4. So then I just add the indices 4 plus 4. So then it gives me 5 to the power of 8. So then question number 7, 12 to the power of 4 and 12 to the power of 5 and 12 to the power of 4 plus 5 and 12 to the power of 9. So then the question number 8, p to the power of 6 and p to the power of 8. So then p to the power of 6 plus 8, p to the power of 14. So then question number 9, 4 to the power of 7 and 4 to the power of 9. So then 4 to the power of 7 plus 9, 4 to the power of 16. Then the 10th one, right? Then the 10th one, we have r to the power of 5 times r to the power of 3. So then r to the power of 5 plus 3. So then r to the power of 8. Right? So then 5 to the power of 8 and 12 to the power of 9, p to the power of 14, 4 to the power of 16, and r to the power of 8. Right. Okay, children. So that is all about the homework parts. Now you want to get your theory books. Now, children, when I ask you to get the theory books, now you know what to do. You get your theory book and put the date because you are ready to write down your notes now, right? So you put the date. So what's the date today? So I'll start here. So then you know how to start. So you go to this corner. Today it is 6th of August, right? So then you just put the date 6th of August 2025, right? And here you write it. Then the topic we have dividing numbers written in index form. So then you write the subtopic in black color. Here I write it in black color. Dividing numbers written in index form. Right? Dividing the numbers written in index form, right? Like I explain you the multiplication, I will explain you how to get this. Now, you just imagine you have an example 2 to the power of 5 divided by 2 to the power of 2 children. So what I do, I write this question in a different way, the fraction way. 2 to the power of 5, I write it like 2 to the power of 2. So 2 to the power of 5, how can I write with the expanded version? 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times 2, right? And that is divided by 2 times 2. Now what happens, children? You just see that you can settle these. So the numbers which are in the numerator and the denominator. So then what will be remain? What will be the remainder? 2 times 2 times 2 is the remainder. So then I can write 2 to the power of 3 and then I can write 8. Can you remember? So this is the answer in index form. If you can remember, yesterday we discussed these things. So this is the answer in index form. So what is this? This is the answer in value form, right? Answer in value form. So now you just imagine like in the multiplication that we don't want to do this much of that we are taking the expanded version and we cancel out the numerator and the denominator values and we are taking the final answer? No, that we do have a different approach for this one also, like we had in multiplication. When you have the division, when you have the same the base value, you subtract the indices. So try to recall what we learned yesterday. If you have the multiplication, if you have the same base value, we add the indices. But now we have the division, we have the same base value, we subtract the indices. How we are going to do this? I'll take the same question. So you have 2 to the power of 5 divided by 2 to the power of 2. So then how you are going to write this 2 to the power of 5 minus 2. So it gives you the same answer 2 to the power of 3. Let's say you have something like this, x to the power of 4 divided by x. Now you know what to do. So first you want to rewrite the question, x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 1. So yesterday we discussed about this. When you have just the letter or the number, we know that when we are writing it with the power, it should be always to the power 1, right? So then as it is the division and as it is the same base value, we want to subtract the indices like this. So then my answer will be x to the power of 3, right? I'll take another example and show you. Let's say you have m to the power of 6 divided by m to the power of 5. Now we'll see what happened. Now what you want to do, children, that you can write 6 minus 5 and you can write m to the power of 1 and then you can write m. But keep this in your mind. If they have asked you to write the answer in index form, so don't conclude the answer with m. You just write the m to the power 1 and m both. We don't know that what's their expectation because m to the power 1 is m. So then the arithmetically or that the mathematically it is correct. But that they have mentioned us to write the answer in index form. So we should be mindful that when we are writing the answer, when you come across with a situation like this where you get the answer after subtracting m to the power 1, better to write m to the power 1 and m both. So then whatever the answer you have in the marking scheme, you will get the marks. So then children, then the next homework will be this one. Right? So this time you don't want to do all, you want to do 6 to 10, the underlined ones. But before moving to the next homework instruction, I want to move to the a different sum and I want to explain you how we can do this. So then the next example will be, let's say you have something like this. 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 4 divided by 2 to the power of 2. Now what we are going to do? So we can do this in a different way. Some students, what they do, first they solve this. Okay. How they can solve this? 2 to the power of 3 plus 4 and that is equal to 2 to the power of 7. Right? Then you rewrite the question 2 to the power of 7 divided by 2 to the power of 2. So then we can get the answer 2 to the power of 7 minus 2 and you write the final answer 2 to the power of 5. Right? So that is one method. Or we can do straight away like this. So this is one method and or we can do the same sum in a different way, what it is. So this is one method. The other method is when you have 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 4 divided by 2 to the power of 2. What we can do, children, straight away we want to add 3 plus 4 now because it is the multiplication. And then you subtract 2 straight away. So then you get the answer 3 plus 4, 7. 7 minus 2, 5. The final answer is 2 to the power of 5. Now you can see you get the same answer, right? So then you might think that which method I'm going to use in the exam. For that, what you want to do, you just look at the number of marks they have allocated. Based on that, you can have an idea what you should do. So then it gives you that if it is, let's say, 3 marks, sometimes 2 marks, then it's better to go for the first method because you want to show the comprehensive steps. But if it is just a 1 mark, then you can follow the second method. Based on the situation, you can decide. If it is in the paper 1, that you can just write the second method because you have very limited space in the paper 1. But in the paper 2, where you can use the line papers, so then you can show your steps and do anything because you have enough space in the line papers, right? It depends. So then here, the homework from today's lesson, you want to do these ones. So question 6 to 10, this one, question 6 to 10, this one, and this one, 16 to 20. So these 10 questions will be your homework. And children, keep this in your mind. So don't try to go for the shortcuts. Sometimes when you are doing many sums that you feel bored and you think that it's okay that I can get the addition and the subtraction in mind and therefore I can just write the answer. Don't do like that from the beginning. Please practice all the steps without skipping them. So then if you are trying to save your time that skipping the steps, no, you're going to lose something at the end of the day. Therefore, please don't skip any of the steps, whatever the steps I'm talking here. Please go through them and follow them. And one fine day, you will realize that this method will give you a lot. So especially when you go to the EdXL curriculum and the natural curriculum, that means after grade 9, you will realize that with the experience, I know that when a child is getting ready for their final exam like this, so then they have a different the result. So then it's kind of a different way that they are doing the things. So you just see that how I have written my note. So you can see how neat it is, that you can easily understand the way I have written. So when you are writing the answers also, that you just see how I have written it. Always maintain that neatness and try to do in a methodical way. So always practice something very special. So then when your teacher is marking your book, even though let's say that he has not seen the cover page or he or she has not seen the first page of your paper, when she or he is marking your paper, so then they should get an idea, okay, so this is, let's say, that Anne's paper, because I know Anne is working like this. So she's having kind of a neat the practice and the neat way, her own way to do the things. So then this should be Anne's paper, for an example. So therefore, so always do a good job and maintain your notebook neatly, tidy, and in a methodical way. Okay, children. So you can do the homework some. So then that is exercise 1C. Exercise 1C, I'll also make a note. Exercise 1C, question 6 to 10 and 16 to 20. Okay, children, we'll meet again tomorrow. Until then, stay safe. Have a nice week. Oh no, that it is not the weekend. It's just that the day. We'll meet again tomorrow. Till then, stay safe. Bye, children.